In our generation, I'm sure you are aware of that, and probably what you know is nothing compared to what is really planned. But in our generation, there's a few companies, one of them is called Boston Dynamics, another one is DARPA. They're developing robots, but very, very sophisticated robots. Some used to the military, for industry, whatever it is. But the vision is to make a certain chip that will be inserted into humans to make the humans with a robotic ability, or to their discretion, or to their opinion, to make us better, superhuman, right? So there's all sorts of individuals. One of them, I'm sure you heard of Elon Musk, who we're not going to elaborate too much about the individual, and a few other characters, Bill Gates and so forth, that they're saying out loud, we want to make a certain chip to insert it into humans. I mean, in the beginning, it's just going to carry some information, some details, knowledge, whatever. But really, the bottom line is, if you don't have to read it between the lines, by the way. It's said out in the open that we want to chip, when we're saying we, not me, I'm talking about some psychopaths, we want to chip the population of the world after we got rid of 80-90% of the junk. And this is going to make a superior being that we are above human. Okay. There is a professor. You know, normally you would think a professor is a very honorable definition. There is a professor, I don't know, I can't give him any honor. His name is Yuval Harari. Happens to be Israeli. I don't know if he's really a Jew, but nevertheless, he's an Israeli. And he comes out with a statement that they developing some type of a system that they can hack into humans. You want to hack into me? Yeah, we're going to hack into humans. And why? So we can control the humans. And he's saying it out in the open. It's not that I'm some cuckoo. Go and look on YouTube and you get the lectures in English. And saying, in other words, and he's saying it, that the elites will control society and the human race. So you're planning on making a battery out of me? What are you planning to do with me? To make me a robot? To make me some programmed individual that you hack into me? And he's going off in some psychotic presentation. And of course, in that lecture, he has to, as all the rest of the people, bring us back and mention that we are all coming from apes.
70,000 years ago, our ancestors were insignificant animals. The most important thing to know about prehistoric humans is that they were unimportant. Their impact on the world was not much greater than that of jellyfish, or fireflies, or woodpeckers. Today, in contrast, we control this planet. And the question is, how did we come from there to here? How did we turn ourselves from insignificant apes minding their own business in a corner of Africa into the rulers of planet Earth?
Somewhere in between, and that's the mistake not only of this professor, but all the rest of the stars, somewhere along the way, they always have to mention that we don't need God. You can take God out of the equation. We don't really need him. And that's what this professor is saying. We don't really need God. And he says it in a disgusting, mockery way, this God above the clouds, you know, like really mocking the master of the universe. We have our own clouds. We have the Microsoft cloud and the IBM cloud. And
science is replacing evolution by natural selection with evolution by intelligent design. Not the intelligent design of some God above the clouds, but our intelligent design and the intelligent design of our clouds, the IBM cloud, the Microsoft cloud, these are the new driving forces of evolution. And at the same time, science may enable life after being confined for 4 billion years to the limited realm of organic compounds. Science may enable life to break out into the inorganic realm.
According to these psychopaths, and one of them, by the way, lived 80 years ago, Hitler, Ymach Shimo, that wanted to conquer the world and destroy the world, and you know what he did. He had the same path of thinking that God, what does mean God? If I have God in my life, it means three things. That I have a conscience, what's called a matzpun, that I have morals, this is called musar, and that I have values, this is called erech. And Hitler, Ymach Shimo, says, we don't need this junk. This is an invention of the Jews, morals and values and a conscience. I need to have a conscience. I need to feel bad when I hurt you. No. That's some Jewish invention. This is words that this is what Hitler was thinking. And of course, any of these individuals speaking like that, that's their way of thinking. We don't need God. God is some invention, some prehistoric thing. But, like I said, they all come to the same conclusion that we came from apes. Maybe you came from an ape. I didn't come from an ape. I didn't come from an ape, but you know what? They're on the money. They're exactly on the money.